Well, I am live again. So what is going on, people? I said Monday nights I'm going to go live and pretty much talk movies, talk about what's going on the next day for the Dorkening, and if anybody's doesn't look like anybody's watching right now, but it's one of those things where tonight I'm going to be talking about movies, probably a little bit about Sid Haig. Not that I know a whole bunch about him, but talking about Sid Haig, talking about what's going on with the Dorkening tomorrow, and if you couldn't tell by the title, I'm trying to give away a movie. If I can get enough people in here to check out the stream, I'll give away a movie I got in the horror pack that I already had, and that's American Mary. So that's what I'm trying to give away. If I can get, let's say, 10 people in here to watch this and talk and whatever, I'll give away a movie. So the more people, I'm going to try to share it now. Like I said, I'm still working. I'm still a rookie at this, but the main thing I want to do actually is give away this movie. I have so many movies that I got doubles from Horror Pack. If anybody's seen my Horror Pack unboxings, you realize that probably over the past 2 or 3 years of doing it, I probably have about like 20 to throw away that I have tucked away in another section of my collection. Not even in my collection. It's almost like in my closet kind of deal. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that I do want to give away. I was going to do a 1,500 subscriber contest, but I still have not hit 1,500. But slowly but surely trying to build that up. So Triborough Gigolo, what's going on? Like I said, I do a whole bunch of Instagram live streams. Well, I'm trying to kind of bolster up my YouTube stuff. Johnny 2019, what's going on? Like I said, right now, one of the main things I want to do on Monday nights especially is try to help promote the Dorkening. Tomorrow night we will be having a live pretty much going over Sid Haig kind of like I said, I wasn't not keen, but I didn't know about his like earlier stuff. I got into him more when it was the House of a Thousand Corpses, or what do you want to call it? Devil's Rejects, and now Three from Hell and stuff like that. I knew him in the Captain Spaulding days, but his work spans over like 50 years, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I should and want to get into. But tomorrow night, live on the Dorkening, we will be having like a Sid Haig kind of tribute show, I guess you want to call it, where everybody can sit down and talk live and talk about Sid and maybe his favorite movies and stuff like that. But that's what we're doing tomorrow. Like I said, that is the main thing on Mondays. Talk about the Dorkening, talk about movies, talk about anything. But what I want to do is give away movies on a Monday. So that's what. Have you seen Three from Hell yet? I have not. Myself, I am not one to go to the theaters. I just the last time I went to go to any movie in the theaters was the last, or was it the last Hobbit, or was it the first Hobbit? I think it might have been the first Hobbit. The first Hobbit movie. I think that came out. Do I plan on picking up the two Disney? Well, I have the Disney Movie Club, so usually I don't have to go out and pick them up. They usually get sent to me. I mean, I still pay for them, but instead of having to go out to like Best Buy or Walmart or something like that, I'll just get them sent. Half the time I forget about it too. Like a couple of the times I picked up recently, like Dumbo live action and one of the Mary Poppins Returns or whatever, and it's one of those things where I'll get a 4K edition of it in the mail and then totally forget about it and spend double the amount of money. And I have two copies of each sitting there. And so that's other movies that, like I said, either pretty much just sit in my collection or, I just totally forget about and they're part of it. So there's so many movies I do, have just laying around that I have to find some way of getting rid of. And for many of people, how it's not as good as the cartoon, to tell you the truth. It was all right of a movie, but if I was going to compare the two between the live action and the cartoon, it's definitely the cartoon for me. I mean, I'm also, I guess, a little biased because, of course, I grew up on the cartoons and stuff like that. But if I had to pick between the two, it would definitely be the cartoon version of Dumbo. I prefer yeah, like I said, it's not the same. I mean, a lot of these movies, the only one that was, I guess, decent, or close enough to the cartoon where I liked it was Cinderella. I know, I didn't even, I mean, who knows if I'm going to get Aladdin? I don't know. It just, I was such a big Robin Williams fan that I don't know if I can, even though they said Will Smith did, a different portrayal of the genie, it just, my mind is so fixed on Robin Williams that even if Will Smith happened to do a good job, I don't know. I just have, Robin Williams genie, I guess, drilled into my mind that I don't know if I can give it the right, or I don't know. I don't know even know what I'm trying. I guess, like I said, I'm biased. That's the way it goes down to it. But I guess good on Disney because, of course, they're making double on their money. They're probably going to remake, I'm sure, every single movie that they can. What's your top 5 summer films of 2019? If I had to choose the 5 movies that I've recently seen that were, like I said, a lot of the times too, I'm not even into the whole. Any option? Do you think Disney is overdoing the live action movies? Like I said, if they want to, they could do whatever they want. People are going watch them either way. I mean, I guess it's new, like for a new generation. I guess like our generation, my generation was the cartoons, was the you know, uh, I guess the mix too, because you had Roger Rabbit, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where you kind of had the live action and cartoons going, but now it's looking like it's just going to be, straight up live, just like what's it called, practical effects and digital effects. Digital is taking over practical tenfold. So I guess it's just the way of the world now, but I guess they are in that case. I mean, like I said, I can see them remaking or making a live action version for freaking every single, cartoon that I had there. I could see Oliver and Company and stuff becoming a live action with talking dogs and talking cats and all that stuff. So it's just, I'd like to see like I think the one that I did not like at all, to tell you the truth, was Pete's Dragon. Big Pete's Dragon fan. That's another one that was like live action and cartoon, and not many people knew about it. And then they made Pete's Dragon, and it's completely different than what it was when I was a kid and grew up and loving. Pete's Dragon was actually, top 5 Disney movie of mine, I guess you want to call it, my personal opinion. Most people, never even heard of it, but watching that, I'm like, oh, okay, they'll update it. And then I watch the movie and it's nothing even close. I'm like, well, there you go. Now people are going to be watching, the original Peach Dragon, being like, what the hell is this? And it's one of my favorite movies of all time. But, Disney could do whatever. They're now a conglomerate and they make, whatever they want to. Now it's all, they have Marvel and all that stuff. So it's only going to get, more movies are just going to get remade, and they have the Star Wars. They got a whole bunch of stuff. Plus, they have porn. For those of you who didn't know, I know if you look under all the companies that Disney does own, there's a little porn in there. But I guess the mainstream doesn't want you to know that one. But like I said, I'm besides horror and stuff, Disney movies. If I have at one point had all the Disney movies. I bought a complete box set from China, and it came with every single freaking cartoon even the like sequels, and I didn't know there was. I think what was it, three Cinderellas? Um, I guess they are just going to keep on trying and trying and trying until they hit, a good Joker movie. I mean, besides, I was honestly, I was never a huge, superhero fan. Growing up, it was more like Ninja Turtles and uh, Disney cartoons. As you can tell up here, I got Disney cartoons and what do you want to call it, Nickelodeon cartoons and stuff like that. So when I was growing up, it was never really, what do you want to call it, superheroes for me. So I never really, any Joker that they try to throw at you. I mean, Jack Nicholson, I think, has his own way of doing it, and then Heath Ledger's Joker was completely different. And now we're going to see what Joaquin. I mean, you look at Joaquin Phoenix's work and just the craziness that he, that one movie that people thought he went nuts, and it was just him doing his own thing for like a year. I could see him doing a really good job. Some people are like, what do you think's a little bit harder to do? I think acting crazy. So, like Heath Ledger, in my mind, portrayed it the best so far. But again, they've tried, and because then you get the old fashioned, the old Batman cartoon, or not cartoon, but the old Batman series where they had the Pow and Wham and all that stuff. I can't even think of the guy's name who played the Joker in that, and he's every Joker has been portrayed so differently so far. So, but just knowing Joaquin's work, it could be really good, or it could be hated by every single Batman fan around. Best underrated erotic thriller movie you would recommend, and why? Underrated erotic thriller. I don't even know what would fall under the erotic thriller to begin with, to tell you the truth. Um, so yours is Heath Ledger. I'm trying to think. Best underrated erotic thriller. I'm actually going to have to look up like what movies would fall under the erotic thriller guidelines, I guess you want to call it. So let me open that up and see what Google's telling me. That's not how you spell Google. Hold on. Erotic thriller movies. All right. So Basic Instincts. Okay, that falls under that. Disclosure. Wild Things. Okay, now that I'm seeing it. Poison Ivy. The 4 Poison Ivy movies that are out. The Crush. That's another one that, is definitely one that's overlooked. Single White Female. I'm trying to think of ones that are okay. The movie Swimming Pool, I see. Not a lot of people. That's one I found at what do you want to call it? That's a Swimming Pool is one I found old school when I used to, whenever I hunted for my movies or whatever you call it. When I used to buy DVDs, I would go to Blockbuster and buy that 4 for $20 deal or 5 for $20 deal, where I get all those movies for just have to wait a week or whatever, and then eventually all the new releases would end up in that pile for the what do you want to call it, that deal. So then I would just find these random movies all the time, and Swimming Pool is definitely one. Chloe, that's one that a lot of people know about, with Amanda Seyfried in it, and she it's like a love triangle, I guess you want to call it. That's not a triangle. I don't know what I was trying to do, but single white. I'm reading Single White Female in the comments, but Chloe is definitely another one that not many people talked about, and you can't go wrong with Amanda Seyfried. The Babysitter, Alicia Silverstone. That's another one that where she's like a teenage girl and she babysits for people, and then there's like a love connection there. The Loft. Why would The Loft be a erotic thriller? That one's all right. The Loft. Knock Knock. That one's under there where what's his name? Keanu Reeves lets in these 2 girls from the rain, and then they, kind of hold them hostage, kind of deal. What else do they have here? A lot of these movies I have never heard of before in my life. The Piano Teacher. Hmm. The Boy Next Door. To tell you the truth, I'm not a giant. What do you call it? Not a giant Jennifer Lopez fan, but to tell you the truth, that movie was not that bad. And that one scene where he's pretty much not enough nudity in the loft. I don't remember the loft too much. I remember it's kind of reminded me of another movie, but it's kind of escaping me right now. But let's see what else. The Substitute is okay. That's something different. Strip to Kill. Some of these movies I've never heard of in my life, and these covers are even more ridiculous. Pretty When You Cry. Nice. Sounds lovely. Yeah, the more I'm going in, like hitting that next button on Google, these movies are even worse. Sleeping with the Enemy. How is that so far in? Sleeping with the Enemy is another one I used to watch back in the day when I was way too young. Shouldn't have been watching that for sure. So hopefully that answered some of that. Like I said, a lot of those besides the first, couple pages as I was going through, I have never heard of a lot of these. But yeah, I'd say probably if I had to, the Swimming Pool is probably the most underrated movie, that erotic thriller, because like I said, not many people knew about the movie. I didn't know about the movie until I actually picked it up, but that's one. It's definitely a lower budget one. But yeah, I see some people coming in here. Once if I get enough, like I said, I think 10 people. If I can get 10 people in here, favorite movie genre, definitely horror. That's definitely up there. And then if I break it down to it, probably horror comedy is probably my favorite genre in that. Then you have, the creature features. Probably sci-fi horror is definitely on the bottom. Thriller horror, I guess if you want to call it, that's another one that's probably up there. But if I had to rate it, horror movies, then probably coming of age movies, and then Disney movie. Like I have a soft spot for cartoons and stuff like that. What else? But I guess in essence, it'll be horror movies. But like I said, if I get enough people in here, what I want to do is I want to give American Mary away, because I got a copy of this in my horror pack, and I already own the movie, and I actually have it signed by the Sausage Sisters. So I do want to give a movie away. I was going to say 10 people, but it doesn't look like many people are interested. But if I can get 5 people in here, we'll do a little contest or something. I'll figure some way of doing it, and then we'll give a movie away just to because, like I said, this is what I want to, not only to make room for myself, but to give back to the people who actually come and join and watch and want to talk movies and stuff like that. Because the movie community, I think needs to grow. And yeah, but yeah, favorite movie genre is definitely horror. Free shit, yay. Exactly. And who doesn't like free shit? That's what I say. If it ain't free, it's not free. I'm only kidding. I bought all this stuff. So actually, to tell you the truth, I lied. Some of it I have gotten review copies of. So stuff from like Mill Creek, some of the movies, RLJE has been sending me stuff to watch and review. If you haven't seen the new Nicolas Cage movie, which I actually think comes out tomorrow, you definitely should check it out. But if you want to, first check out the review for it on my YouTube channel. But yeah, can't go wrong with Nicolas Cage going crazy and killing people after he gets out of jail. But like I said, almost there. Like I said, if I can get 5 people, maybe a little bit more, we'll keep it at 5. We'll cap it at 5. What's the name of it? Now that is a good question, because I totally forgot the name of it. I reviewed it last week and I totally forgot. It is, hold on. A Score to Settle. That is the movie, A Score to Settle It's where he ends up getting out of jail after 17 years because he took the fall for his boss, like he was in a gang, and he ended up serving way more time than he thought. So he thought he was only going to serve a few years, and then whatever was added to it, he ended up serving 19 years in jail, gets out of jail, and now wants to reconnect with his son and then kill everybody that pretty much sent him to jail. And the rest of the movie is him being Nicolas Cage, going crazy. But by the way, not only does he want to kill people and stuff, but as he gets out of jail, he has a disease, almost like insomnia kind of deal. So he's slowly dying, and then he wants to kill the people. It's all over the place. Plus, you get Nicolas Cage going nuts. We did have 5 people for a second, and I was going to give away. It has to be a steady stream of 5 people. So if you want, share this and get people in here, so then you have a chance to win this. American Mary. I don't think I don't know if I labeled that. I think give away a movie. I don't know if I don't remember the title of this, but American Mary. Well, I have some people here. The other thing I wanted to talk about is tomorrow night on the Dorkening, we will be talking about Sid Haig, his untimely death this past Saturday. I found out this morning, actually, but they posted it on his Facebook and stuff like that. He ended up, 80 years old, getting into an accident about like 3 weeks ago or something like that. And then we heard no news, but he was taken out of like intensive care and stuff. And then I guess after a week of being in there, he passed away, like I said, Saturday night, I believe, or early Sunday. And then I actually found out this morning. So what we want to do is like a live stream of a Sid Haig tribute. So if you're interested, if you've enjoyed his work or just want to hear what we have to say, watch us live tomorrow night. R.I.P. Sid, that's correct. I lost my train of thought. Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, on Twitch, on Periscope, and on Facebook. That's where we stream live. So then you can, comment, you can ask questions, you can do whatever. So that's what we're doing tomorrow night. A Sid Haig tribute video or tribute stream or whatever you want to call it. So if you have something nice to say, if you have a favorite movie of his that you want to talk about or whatever, we'll be going live the whole time. So almost there. Like I said, one more person. We get one more person in here, and I'll give away a movie. Maybe I'll throw another. If you don't want American Mary, I do have other movies that I have laying around here. Let me actually look for them. Which I don't have to look for because I have them sitting right here. So we'll give you guys a choice too, because there are some movies maybe you don't want American Mary, maybe you have American Mary, but I have like Anti-Birth here. There's a Scream Factory collection release that was very blurry. I couldn't see it myself. The Resident. Then you have Gallows. Echo, there's one I have. Condemned, that's another one that you could win if we get enough people in here, like I said. Mind's Eye, that's another one. Let's see. Walled In. Dead Again in Tombstone with Danny Trejo. Werewolf, A Beast Among Us. The Hollow. This one's actually very good. If you haven't seen it, it's another Scream Factory edition, but it's like a what do you want to call it? A family ends up going to. Dead Again was good. I remember watching the first part of it and falling asleep, just because there's certain movies that not certain movies, but it's just certain times I shouldn't be watching a movie. Like if I'm really tired, sometimes I'll just pop a movie in and kind of just fall asleep to it. If I do it way too late at night, I'm not going to watch the whole thing. So I have to rewatch. Not only do I have to rewatch that one, I have to rewatch the first one, to tell you the truth. I don't remember too much about it. But those are other movies I have. eventually, like I said, well, I'll do this. Try to do it every Monday, kind of deal. But I'll have more movies at some point in time. And for those of you who sit down, comment, watch, uh, you know, like I said, the other thing I want to do is at 1,500 subscribers on my YouTube channel, I'll do a big giveaway. There are a couple things that I do have that I do want to give away, but those are hidden. Let's just say not only is it uh, movie related, it might be TV show related, and it might be Funko Pop. If anybody's into Funko Pops, I got something hidden away that I have for just that occasion. So, yeah, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, because I don't know if you guys watching already subscribed or not. But like I said, once I hit 1,500 subscribers, that's when I'll do my next contest. But every Monday I'll do at least a free movie giveaway if I can get, like I said, I was hopeful get like 10 people watching, but right now I have 3. And then once probably I say that, it'll go down to 2 or 1, or everybody will leave and scatter. But once I get, like I said, 5 people on a little steady stream, that's when I'll ask. See, look at that. You see, went from 3 to 2. I guess I scared people away. I guess it's this face. But anyway, I want to, like I said, give stuff away, but I can't just, I mean, I technically can. If there's 2 people in here, I can let you guys like flip a coin or something like that, choose heads or tail and give it away. But, you know, maybe I'll have to do that. I'm going to keep this stream probably going, you know, probably another half an hour or so, probably do it an hour. And if it comes down to it, the 2 people that are in here, but you have to make yourself known, because if not, it's just going to go to Triborough. So if you want in, like I said, we'll figure it out. I'll do it the last, 10 minutes of this stream. I'm going to go, like I said, about an hour, and then by the end of it, hell, I'll just give it away. Any movies I'm looking forward to? The movie Candy Corn, I have pre-ordered. It should be coming soon, I guess you want to call it, from Epic Pictures. This movie here, Candy Corn. What else am I kind of looking forward to? I heard, crappy reviews about it, but It Chapter 2, I'm not going to go see it in the theaters. I'll wait for it when it comes out on physical copy. I'll get that. Need a little drink. My throat is parched. What else am I really looking forward to? Haunt. That one looked pretty good. So once that comes out on physical media, I'll probably get that. Terrifier 2. I don't know when they're coming out with that one exactly. I think they have it, or at least starting to tape, or along those lines. What else? To tell you the truth, half the times I forget about the movies because I got so much else going on, and then finally they drop, and then Tuesday I'll look at Blu-ray release dates, and then I'll see what does come out, and then totally remember, oh, this is when this movie comes out. But sometimes I just go on a whim, look at trailers, and then buy my movies. So, what are some that you're looking forward to? I just got to check my fantasy score. 1 second. Very inappropriate in the middle of a live stream, but this is very important. The whole score is in. All right. What else? I'm trying to think of another movie that I'm looking forward to. Yeah, for those are the only one. Go Giants, that's right. Hey, first win is a first win, I'll tell you that. Daniel Jones did look good yesterday. Very mobile. I was always an Eli truther. I still believe he had something in the tank, especially with the offensive line that we have now. I think he could have did something, but you can't, deny that. Can't deny that, Daniel Jones is, a more mobile quarterback. The only thing is he has to learn how to hold the ball, because he has 5 fumbles already in his rookie campaign from what do you want to call it, from preseason to now. They kept on saying how he looked like the pressure didn't bother him. I just don't think he saw the pressure, to tell you the truth, which could be a good thing and a bad thing, I guess, at the same time. But he's going to have to carry the brunt of the work now that Saquon's out for 4 to 8 weeks with the high ankle sprain. So we'll see. I didn't have much hope for us this season, anyways. I was thinking about next year when we had more of a cap and we can get more people. I mean, our receiving core is pretty much depleted. It looked decent, all right, like last game, but it's still nothing to write home about. We'll see what Golden Tate does when he comes, but that's not next game, but the game after. Our defense is back, like the whole defense in general. We got pressure last week or this past game. We got a few sacks and stuff, but before that, we haven't gotten much of anything. Ogletree is hurt, and the secondary just looks like crap. Jack Rabbit, I don't know if he doesn't want to play with us anymore or whatever, but he got torched yesterday against Mike Evans. Baker isn't anything that he was hyped up to be. Yeah, we'll see. Right now we're tied with the Eagles in the division. Cowboys look like they're going to run away with it. If we can stay relevant, like I said, we're gonna have to see what we can do these 4 to 8 weeks without our best weapon. Ingram looked really good yesterday, so can't deny that. I guess in essence the receiving core isn't horrible. Not as now that I'm thinking about it and retracting over my own statement. Redskins, Bears. The only reason I'm checking my stats is because I got the Bears defense in two of my fantasy leagues. So right now they're looking decent. I need 20 points, 20 plus points from the Bears tonight. And right now they got a few sacks, they got 3 interceptions, they got a pick 6. So it's looking. Might be getting close to having a good score. So we'll see. We'll see that, but not even watching the game, to tell you the truth. I knew it was going to be boring. They should have had the Ravens Chiefs game on either last night or tonight, because last night's game was boring as well. Browns and Rams, but I guess they thought the Browns were going to be a lot more of a show than they are these first 3 games. But whatever. But yeah, besides the Giants, it's just me watching for fantasy stats and what I need to do for the next week. I got Peterson on my team, didn't give me nothing. Yeah, I have him starting in my one league because what's his name got hurt. Damian Williams was hurt from the Chiefs, and John Connor was hurt, and I wasn't going to start him against San Fran, and so pretty much I had to go with Carlos Hyde, Sony Michel, and Adrian Peterson. And looks like I'm getting nothing from Peterson. I got nothing from Sony Michel except like 12 yards and a touchdown. I don't know what's going on with him. And Carlos Hyde, I got 2 touchdowns from the guys, but, other than that, nothing. But so goes fantasy. My first 2 weeks were looking good, and then, of course, injuries happened, and everything went downhill from there. Come on, Chicago. Just keep them from scoring. Not only do I want them to lose because I don't like the Redskins, but I need the points. So don't give it up. You got 3 points from Peterson, depending on what kind of league you're in. I did have Terry McLaurin on the so that he got me at least 7 points. I picked him up, but it's looking like there's not much else going on. Plus, I got to go to sleep early. So, probably close this at 45 minutes. Did I score again? Like I said, I'm not even watching a game. Fourth and goal. Touchdown. Who got the touchdown? Richardson. I did not need that whatsoever. Like I said, Bears got 3 picks, 3 sacks. Who's got the sacks for Chicago? I got Khalil Mack on my team as well. So not only do I have the Bears defense, but I got individual players and I got um, Khalil Mack. So like I said, uh, 45. It's at 36 minutes right now. At 45 minutes, I'll close this. I'll close this stream because I'm tired as I speak. Um, so right now, it says there's 2 people in here. So if the other person doesn't talk up, to them. Like I said, I'm going to give away a movie. I wanted 10 people at least to make it fun, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. So you got 9 minutes, Triborough. So if no one talks up, and well, now 8 minutes. So if no one talks up, you win a movie. If someone else talks up, we'll do uh, heads or I'll fill in here. So now there's a 1 in 3 chance that you win it. So like I said, you have to talk up to be entered into this nice little non-contest that I'm having on here to win a free movie. I was going to give away American Mary, but no one spoke up and said they wanted that movie. So I got a stack of movies sitting right here. So at the end of the video, I'll let everybody I was going to give away just tumbles over. So like I said, it says 2. What else? Lost my train of thought. I was going to say something else about football. Mac has 2 sacks, so that got me some points. I'm going to lose, but the more points I get, the better. So even if I lose, I just want my guys to score even more points and try to keep me up on the top of the leaderboard. But yeah, with the Giants, we'll see. Favorite sports film? Now that one's tough because you got like the kids' movies that I like, whether it be Little Giants or Sandlot. Then you have the more serious stuff like Rudy, one of my favorites. Remember the Titans, definitely one of my favorites. Anytime that movie's on, I have to watch it no matter where it's in. A League of Their Own is another one that I really enjoy. The Fan, I guess you would call it. I guess you can call it a sports movie. That's one that I really do like a whole lot. What else? The Sixth Man. I guess you can call that a sports movie with the Wayans, not Wayans brothers. It's just Marlon, but Marlon Wayans. That one's up there. What else? Slam Dunk Ernest. That's another one. What else? Trying to think. I have so many. The Air Up There with Kevin Bacon when he goes down to Africa to find the next greatest basketball player. Little League. Not Little League. What the is it Little League? Then you got Angels in the Outfield. Just so many good sports movies out there. All in different genres, all with different But if I had to pick my favorite, I would have to go with tough one, but probably Remember the Titans. Major League, yeah, that's another one. Then you have What else? Going to hockey, like the Mighty Ducks. I mean, it all depends on what your comedies or uh, actual sports movies, I guess you want to call it, where it's actually about the sport or the sports mixed into the movie or whatever. There's so much stuff. And that's another genre that I totally forgot about that I probably could list as one of my favorite genres. This is sports. Rocky. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Rockies. Um, just so many movies out there that has to have to pertain to some kind of sport, blood sport. I mean, we're going with fighting and all that stuff. I mean, um, just so much out there. And I guess because I am a sports fan, I might like them that much more. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's you can't go wrong with anything. I guess the Last Dragon. Yep. So, hey, look, Triborough, there's another person here. So, Dominic, you just joined. Um, you joined with 3 minutes left. I gave a movie away. So, it's up between, I guess, you and Triborough. So, what I'm going to do is, unless someone else comes in here, there are three people watching, unless that third person shows up. Hopefully, Dominic, you enjoy some kind of horror movies because I'm giving away something. And whoever, I guess, do I even have a coin next to me? I do have a coin. So I'm going to probably in about a minute and a half, I'm going to ask whoever says something first. I'm obsessed with horror movies. So, okay, I got a stack of horror movies that I have doubles of. So I guess you came in just at the right time. But I'm going to a horror convention in Atlantic City. I can't wait. To tell you the truth, I've never been to that. I am from Jersey, so I haven't been to that horror convention. Usually I go to Chiller or to uh, what do you call it? I can't even think of Monster Mania. Usually I'll go to those two, but that I haven't. The New Jersey Horror Con or whatever it's called, I have not been there. But the guest list looks really good. So maybe eventually, my one buddy went the one time, and I guess at that point in time he didn't have enough people that he wanted to go and see there. But I mean, the lineups always look really good. It's just I don't know if Cherry Hill, yeah, Cherry Hill for Monster Mania. I went there once. I met the Saska sisters. I met a few people there that, I only had like an hour or two because my buddy had to leave, and the Saska sisters line was about an hour and a half. So that kind of threw a ratchet in what I wanted. I met Danielle Harris there as well. Yeah, it's always fun to tell you the truth. I never did conventions beforehand, but going to one and just meeting the people that you want. I mean, not only do I get to meet them not technically meet them on the Dorkening, but we get to sit down and talk to them. But actually meeting them in person, taking a picture. I met Pete and Pete at Chiller. Totally not horror movie related whatsoever, but definitely one of, Pete and Pete was one of my favorite TV shows on Nickelodeon. The one in AC is so much better. Like I said, I mean, in essence, Cherry Hill and Atlantic City from me is about the same distance, I guess you want to call it. Cherry Hill might be, a little bit closer. Atlantic City is about 3 hours from me. But eventually, because I think they do it like 2 times a year or something like that, if I remember right. Unless it's just one time a year and it just flew by the last time I remember it. But I thought they did it like 2 times a year. Because I remember something that earlier earlier this year. But if you say it, definitely have to to go and check it out. I lost my thought. Oh yeah, it's around the 45-minute mark. So like I said, because there are two people here, there are two people talking. What I want is the first person to say either heads or tails. I'm going to flip a coin, and whoever is the opposite or whoever gets it is is will be the winner for it. So I don't know if there's a lag here or not, but yeah, the first person to tell me heads or tails, I'm gonna flip the coin, and then you're gonna win, and you get to pick whichever movie you want. Okay, so Triborough went with heads, so I'm gonna flip a coin on camera. Watch me screw this one up, and it goes everywhere. But whoever gets either heads or tails, I'm gonna flip it and then do the whole thing, and then whoever wins that wins. I'll hold up, like I said, the movies again, and you'll get to pick your movie of choice, and then I'll find out your I'll find out where you live and whatever, and go from there. So I'm gonna flip the coin in the air, and then I'm gonna take it and flip it here. So as you can see, it's on tails. So Triborough, you were here the whole time, and Dominic, he stole it from you. But maybe I'll give you a consolation prize. I'll get yours too, because you two have, of the two people in here, there is a third, but they didn't talk up. So because Dominic actually won the whole thing, so I'm gonna hold up these movies, and you're gonna tell me which one you don't have and which one you want. So we have Walled In, we have the Mind's Eye, you have Condemned, The Echo, The Gallows, Resident, Any Birth. This is a Scream Factory. American Mary. This was the movie I was going to give away, but who knows if you need it. The Werewolf, The Beast Among Us. The Hollow, which is another IFC Midnight, the Scream Factory release. And then Dead Again and Tombstone. So those are movies I have in this stack. So whichever one you want, let me know, and then I'll get your information, and at some point in time this week, send it out. But like I said, Triborough, whatever he doesn't choose, you get to have. Like I said, I got to get rid of movies anyway, so you can win something too. So I'll let him pick first, and then you could pick second. It would have been nice to have a trivia question and stuff like that, which, like I said, I'm going to try to promote it a little bit more so that it could actually be somewhat fun. I mean, for you guys, you get free stuff, so it's fun enough for you. But I want it to be fun and have fun and stuff. But like I said, let me know which one you want, Dominic, and then Triborough, you'll get one too. Condemned, I've never seen that. All right, so that's going to you. Where the hell is it? So that's going to Dominic right there. It's not even open. Brand new, in this cover, in the seal. So which one do you want, Triborough? All right, so you get American Mary. All right, like I said, I have so many movies that eventually what I want to do is every Monday do this kind of deal. Talk movies, give away movies, talk about the Dorkening. That's my plan for every Monday, every live stream that I'm going to do. I'm going to have some inclination of all three things. But like I said, the more people I have, I want to try, making trivia questions and stuff like that, and go from there. Because not only is it entertaining for myself I could talk movies for, hours on end. Hey, late is, better late than never is what they always say. I mean, Triborough, he was here the whole time, and he stole his win from him because he was sitting here, and I kept saying, just anybody that comes and comments, I mean, you stole it from him. But, like I said, better late than never. Like every Monday I'm going to try to do this. So Well, thank you very much. I try. I post it out there and stuff. When people, you know, wonder. I don't like doing it. I don't like promoting my own stuff. But the only reason I do it is because I know there's a lot of when I buy my movies and stuff, I want more people to know about it because there's so many movies out there that you know took me forever to find or I didn't know about, and I'll watch it, and I just want not only to help promote the movie itself, but to let people know that stuff is out there because sometimes people might not know about certain movies and they might really dig it and stuff like that. So that's my goal on YouTube, on Instagram, on anything that I kind of promote or talk movies on or whatever. It's just to spread the word about certain movies. I whenever I see people post certain things on Instagram, I'll definitely go ahead and check out the movies from there. To add not only to add to my collection, but to add into my memory bank and stuff like that. So, yeah, if you guys want to help promote, if you guys want to, spread the word that I'm doing this kind of stuff, not only, well, the whole thing would be to, that I'd be appreciative about it. But, yeah, I enjoyed this live stream. Like I said, I'm going to try to do it every Monday. Who knows, maybe throughout the week. I did one live stream the other day for, what do you want to call it? The American Horror Story 1984. I guess it's way against the rules because then I got my video flagged and all that stuff because I actually showed the episode. The more I think about it, I understand why it happened that way. But I did show the episode and had like commentary going on between the commercials and stuff like that. So I guess that's a no-no, and probably I won't be able to do that again. But maybe it'll be one of those deals where well, thank you very much. Any help that I can get, anybody else that can see this or whatever. Like I said, it's just me being a movie fan, being just want to talk about movies and stuff like that. So the more people I can talk with, nothing against just talking to you two the whole time, but the more people, not only, will the conversations get deeper and maybe people know about more stuff and, the bigger the community, I guess the better. Well, I can't really go because then you get some bad eggs in that community as well. But, in general, I think, the more people that like something and know about stuff, it can only go up from there. So we'll since it's almost there anyway, I'll close this in about 5 minutes. It'll be an hour long because I think with this, I think it just keeps on going. If I'm correct, I've seen people have like 2-3 hour streams. So, at that point in time, once it hits an hour, I'll close it. But I know on Instagram, once you hit a certain amount, it stops. It's about an hour. The one time I had like a 3-session or 3-hour long, movie talk. So that was always fun. But this, I think it'll just keep on going on. So 5 minutes. I guess you guys, if you want, probably the easiest way to do it possibly is to email me your addresses and I'll send them out. I'll send I'll say something here. My email address. So there, for you two guys, just send me your addresses and then I'll send you movies out to you accordingly. Probably take a little while because I do have work. Or you can just hit me up on Instagram, same deal. If you have an Instagram, Dominic, like I said, I post movie stuff there as well. So easier that way. Easier for you that way. It'll be, whichever. You want to send me a email, you want to send me a, instant message or whatever there. All right, Terry McLaurin doing work for me in that game. The only thing is that Chicago is giving up some points, so that might not help me in the long run. But, yeah. So you two guys, like I said, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Periscope. We're streaming live with the Dorkening to talk about the untimely death of Sid Haig. We're going to be talking not only to the people that usually join, like are in every Tuesday for the Dorkening, but we're going to have other people that are in our podcast network, and I'm thinking a few other people. So you should definitely go to New Jersey HorrorCon. Yeah, definitely. So, like I said, probably not this time, just because I got work. It's one of those things I'll probably have to take the weekend off. But the lineups for it just keep on getting better and better and better. You know, I see a lot of people not only that are at Monster Mania too, like Kane Hodder, I see, and like what's his name, Robert England. But I see a lot of people that I don't normally see on like a normal. What do you want to call it? Normal. I don't even know what word I'm looking for. Lineup. That's what I'm looking for. Normal lineup. If I go to Chiller is just a little bit different. Well, a lot of bit different because it's like 5 horror people and then like just randoms. With the name Chiller, you would think it would be completely just horror movie related, but you get like music icons and stuff like that, and people, I'm not complaining about it, but it's just one of those things where like Richard Dreyfuss was there the one time. I wanted to get his autograph, sat there for an hour, and he went on lunch, and then I would have had to wait another half an hour. I'm like, screw that. But, New Jersey HorrorCon definitely sounds interesting. It's just that I got to find a way to, get down there, take the day off of work or the weekend off of work or something like that. So probably not this time, but I think next time I'll definitely heed your word and, definitely just go down there. So I got about a minute left, so I'll just plug a few things for this last minute. Like I said, tomorrow night, anybody who's watching this after the fact, which would be Tuesday night, the 24th of September, we're going live for a Sid Haig tribute live stream. Vintage Arcade and Sing Floor HorrorCon. It's 2-in-1. So that I think you might have sold me on more because I'm a fan of vintage arcade and stuff. But like I said, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, the Dorkening, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, and Facebook. If you want to talk, Sid Haig movies, if you met him or whatever, we're having a tribute video. And if you want to follow me on anything besides YouTube, I got a Instagram, Tony's Movies, where I show off the movies behind me. I got a Twitter. I got a Facebook fan page. I got a whole bunch of stuff. And like I said, Dorkening. So congratulations to Triborough and to Dominic for being the only 2 people in here at the time and winning movies for doing completely nothing. No, I'm only kidding. But thank you guys for watching. And I guess until tomorrow, look at who it is. Coming late, the Artist version 1. I come to your live streams and you come an hour into mine, which I'm actually leaving right now because I do have work. I missed free shit. Yes, you did. You missed free shit. You see? You wait and you wait and you miss free shit. And I was giving away movies. I gave away 2 free movies actually, but you came late. So, but like I said, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we'll talk Sid Haig, a tribute to Sid Haig. So if you guys want, come join us, come talk, come, I don't know, anything else, I guess. And I guess until then, I will see you guys. I'm ending this stream. Enjoy.